Hi guys! So we're currently in Mexico and we are coming into our 5th month of being away from England.
Lots of the places we go, people are amazed when we say all the things we've done, how long we've been out here, and we've really done it by not spending much money at all, have we, Joe?
No, so we thought we'd make a video on like our top 10 tips on how to travel cheaply. So here we go. Number 10, plan ahead. I think that this is so important and like it's something that we really did, and we made sure we knew what we wanted to do way ahead of before we came here, and we booked things way in advance.
Also the same as with like excursions and things, get an idea of like different trips you want to go on, the easiest way to get to places. Last thing you want to do is get to a place and then be like, okay, what do we do, and spend half your holiday actually planning what you want to do.
I'd also say plan luggage. One thing that I feel like I messed up a bit on this year is I bought a lot of warm things because we were in Ohio first, and it's colder there than obviously Mexico, and I bought a lot of like jeans and sweatshirts and stuff. But now that we're in Mexico, I don't need any of that stuff, so I think maybe plan ahead of luggage a bit better. And also like don't bring a massive bag if you know you're going to be out here for a long time, because now we're leaving one bag here while we travel around the rest of Mexico.
Number 9. Okay, look into companies. The main reason we're out here really is because we worked at summer camp for 8 weeks. It's my 3rd year and Josie's 2nd year, and it's just such a cheap, good way of getting far away, getting to a really nice country, and then you also get paid, which then you can use to travel. We've
literally been out here for 5 months nearly, and all we've lived on is the paycheck that we got from working at camp for 8 weeks, and
I can't endorse it enough. It's amazing. You make so many friends, so many experiences.
When we met each other there, and like you meet so many friends, and it's just the most amazing experience.
Also, after that, we did a scheme called Workaway, which is really good. It's a really good way of staying in expensive areas for no money at all for your accommodation. We did one in Miami. We cleaned for maybe an hour and a half a day, and then looked after some kids in the evening, and we got free accommodation in a really expensive part of Miami, and it was awesome. You meet loads of guests, and it was brilliant. Loved it.
It really is a great way to do it, because you scratch their back, they scratch yours. Like, it's just an amazing way to stay in somewhere that would probably be quite expensive for quite cheap. And there's lots and lots of different organisations that can help you with like travelling and like getting everywhere. There's the ones that I know that do in Australia and stuff like that we've looked into. So I think looking into companies is a really good thing to do. Number 8, live like a local. So while we've been in these places, we've kind of been like living here more than just like a holiday. So I think what we've learned is like living like a local is actually a really good thing to do if you're doing things on a budget, because locals can give you recommendations of like places to eat, places to stay, and also like traveling around. We were getting like the tourist buses, and they were like $30, and then we found out that there's this local thing called the Collectivo, which is like $2 to get from anywhere in Mexico. Amazing. So that was one thing we've actually really learned.
Also, it's often like a lot nicer to live like a local. You see more of the actual country rather than the little resort touristy area that you go to.
Completely. Yeah.
Love it.
Number 7, use apps.
So while we've been out here, we have really made the most of apps. We use Groupon quite a lot. This can save you money on restaurants, trips, food,
drinks, everything. They have deals for everything.
Yeah, it's awesome. You can save like 50%. It's great.
Also, one thing we really used a lot in Miami was Uber Eats, Uber and Lyft. So they do lots of deals for like first-time users, or like spend this much, whatever. So we actually were able to travel all around Miami for like 6 weeks, the whole time we were there, for free basically, because we got a deal that was...
With Lyft, you get your first 10 rides, you get $50 off. So anywhere in Miami was really $5. We utilised that 3 times, so we got like $150 worth.
And then Uber Eats does the same kind of thing, where they give you like your first 2 meals for free. So we must have again saved hundreds of dollars on food, which was like...
Yeah, we just made like 5 email addresses and got like 10 meals.
So that was like a really, really good thing that we did.
6, accommodation.
So when you're going to book accommodation before you come travelling, it's good to look beforehand, like we said, and plan ahead, but also use things like Airbnb and like couch surfers. These are so much cheaper than hotels, and also it gives you the opportunity to kind of live like a local, like we said again, and you see the place for kind of what it is instead of what you just see in the room.
Yeah, hotel rooms, I like to use the phrase cookie cutter because they're all the same, bed, TV. A lot of the places we've been to on Airbnb are like so quirky, so eccentric. It's just like you walk in and you go, wow, it's not just another generic hotel room.
Yeah, Airbnb is definitely the one.
5 offers.
Okay, so while we've been away, we literally just keep an eye out for every offer that we see. This from like happy hours to like day of the week specials in food places, but not only just in food places, also for trips.
Yeah, if you see someone handing out a leaflet, I know most of the time you think to avoid that, but when you're traveling, that can actually be a godsend. We take advantage of, we don't go anywhere unless it's got a special deal on, unless it's happy hour, unless we get 2 for 1 drinks. You save a lot of money doing this.
There was this thing in Miami that we found, it's like a Wheel of Fortune, and we normally you'd like avoid these things, but we went over and just did it just to see what it was. Turned out it was actually legit, and we got like 50% off boat trips. Where we did one in the daytime, like a sunset cruise, and then we did dance cruise, and they were like $10 each in the end.
$8. 50%. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And it was fun spinning the wheel as well.
And then we also got free entry to a club, which would normally be about $40 each. And like, it's just good to keep your eye out for any offers that are available, even though you have to be careful because some can be scams. We've also witnessed a few of those, but you just have to do your research. Maybe just have a little Google while you're there and be like, okay, this doesn't really sound legit, and then just leave it. Number 4, make the most of what you've paid for.
Okay, so check your hotel or your Airbnb online before you go. Most places do free drinks on arrival, they do free breakfast. Utilise this. If you get a free breakfast, you can make sandwiches for later. That'll save you buying lunch.
We always say homemade sandwiches are never a bad idea because you get somewhere,
number one relationship.
You're on a coach for like a few hours and you get hungry. It's just so good just to have something with you, and like if you can take some things from breakfast and have it for lunch, then it's even better because you're making the most of what you've actually already paid for.
Also ask, they can be, the person you're staying with can be really helpful. We got free life jackets when we went to swim with turtles the other day.
Yeah, and bikes and stuff as well. Like if you just say like, oh, do you have this, or like can we,
rather than paying.
Yeah. Number 3, look for cheaper options.
Cheaper options. If everyone went and shopped at Walmart or your local supermarket, you'd spend a fortune. We find places like dollar stores, we find stuff like thrift shops that the locals really go to. You can get the exact same thing for $1 in Dollar Tree then that would be $5 in Walmart.
Yeah, we really learned that, especially in Miami. We would go to a very expensive supermarket, and our and our shop would be like $70 for like hardly anything, and then we go to Dollar Tree and we could get so much food that would last us for like 3 weeks. So that was such a good thing to find, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome. Also, just like maybe one street across, if you're on the main street, go one street across, the prices might be half. That's
especially true in Mexico. There's like a strip, and if you literally just walk one street down, it's so much cheaper.
Half the price.
Number 2,
never pay the asking price.
So this is kind of like a common, like everyone kind of knows not to do that, especially when you're in like...
Yeah, channel your inner David Dickinson and get the real deal. Okay, so everywhere you go, they put these prices on just as a starting price. You can hammer them right down.
With everything.
They were trying to charge us a ridiculous amount for a ring. We maybe got it for $5% of their asking price.
Yeah.
Just pretend to walk away and then come back, walk past a little bit later, and they'll give it you for
and
dust.
Even like trips as well. Like we went and swam with turtles, and we went with another couple, and we were told not to tell the couple how much we'd paid because we'd paid a lot less, and we found that out afterwards when they asked us how much we'd paid, and they'd paid like maybe
they paid 1,000 pesos, which
paid.
is like $50. We paid like 300 pesos, which is like $15.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Number 1, our golden rule.
The best top tip we can give you.
Yeah. Always ask.
So no one gets anything without asking, and we have just like learned just to be confident and just think like, okay, well, may as well ask. If they say no, they say no. So like things that we've got from just asking, like obviously what we said about the Airbnb, getting like life jackets, getting bikes, getting food.
Yeah.
Also, like we got
into VIP in a club that would have cost so much, but we just asked
we went to a nightclub and the line was like an hour long, and I just went to the front and just like asked. They let us go straight in, and we ended up in VIP where Kanye West was, which was kind of cool.
That's sweet.
And then
in restaurants yesterday we had hummus and pita bread, and we asked for carrots because that's your son's favourite.
So we got free carrots. And then another time we went to a restaurant and they'd stopped doing 50% off, but we just asked if we could have it. We just like, you kind of have to just be a bit cheeky and like polite. And
when I used to work at a restaurant, like if anyone came in and asked for anything, I'd be like, yeah, sure.
so if you just ask, you get it. Ali asked this millionaire man if he could go on his yacht. He said yes, so we went on his yacht.
On a yacht.
He asked if we could
Broed out.
what's that called? He asked if he could steer a boat, and you've done that twice now.
I was driving the boat. That's sweet.
Another thing we did is we got into Fairchild
Botanical Garden. That's
which was
a mouthful.
normally $50, but we got in for free just because we spoke to the lady and we were polite, and she kind of felt sorry for us, so she let us go in for free.
Okay, so those were our top 10 tips. Use them, abuse them.
Yeah, we hope we've helped some people out there who are planning on travelling and doing it cheaply. We're the cheap travellers, aren't we?
Cheap travellers. So, as Aldi once said, spend a little, live a lot. Peace out.
Let's go.
Let's go get some, but I'm getting free beers.
For free, and there'd be like so many lists of things you could do.
Rude. What, because of the cloud?
The drums. Oh yeah, the cloud. We'll just say apologies for the. We'll just carry on. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
5 offers. Well, Simon, you.
No, it's cute. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And
Number 1, our top tip.
Our golden rule. Always
Wait,
ask.
this aeroplane's smugging us out. Okay. Wait.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
No, it's still on the ring.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Spend a little, live a lot.
That's good.
Tesco. Yeah, I'll go. As Tesco once said, spend a little. Wait, Salvador.